You're ghosting your biggest investor. It sounds crazy, but it's likely true. You see your job as a 9 to 5, a daily grind, maybe even a soul-crushing obligation. But what if you flip the script? What if you viewed your employment as a strategic financial partnership? Imagine your employer as a venture capital firm, providing you with seed funding to build your future wealth. Think about it. Venture capital firms invest in promising startups, providing capital and resources in exchange for equity and future returns. Your employer does something similar. They invest in you through salary, benefits, and training, expecting a return in the form of your labor and contributions. But here's the disconnect. Most people treat their jobs as just a job, not a strategic financial opportunity. They focus on the daily tasks, the office politics, the next promotion, while completely overlooking the hidden wealth-building potential right in front of them. This is what we call your shadow portfolio, the untapped assets and opportunities embedded within your employment. It's time to stop ghosting your most important backer. Within this shadow portfolio are opportunities that could set you up for life, opportunities you are likely squandering. Let's look at what's on the table. The first is the 401k match. Then there's the health savings account, a powerful tax shelter. We also need to consider portable human capital, the skills and education you gain on the company's dime. And finally, strategic resource extraction, leveraging company resources to build your own skill set and social capital. The average 401k match in the United States is around 3.5% of an employee's salary. However, some companies offer a dollar-for-dollar match up to a certain percentage. Ignoring this match is essentially turning down free money, a guaranteed 100% return on your investment. According to a 2017 report by the National Bureau of Economic Research, employees who actively enrolled in their company's 401k plan saved on average $2,800 more per year than those who didn't. Health savings accounts, or HSAs, offer a triple tax advantage. Contributions are tax-deductible, the investment grows tax-free, and withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are also tax-free. It's a rare and powerful combination that can significantly boost your long-term savings. Many people mistakenly view HSAs as just a way to pay for current medical expenses, overlooking their potential as a retirement asset. Beyond the obvious benefits, consider the value of portable human capital. Companies often offer tuition reimbursement programs, professional development opportunities, and certifications. These are, in effect, grants that increase your market value regardless of whether you stay with the company. Even if you leave, you take those skills and certifications with you. Finally, there's the often overlooked area of strategic resource extraction. This involves ethically and strategically using company resources to build your personal skills and social capital. This could mean using company software for personal projects, attending industry events for networking, or using small gaps in the workday for personal development. So let me ask you this. Are you leaving free money on the table? Are you undervaluing your greatest asset, yourself? Let's start with the 401k match. This is the most straightforward yet frequently missed opportunity in your shadow portfolio. Think of it as a guaranteed 100% return on investment. No hedge fund, no matter how sophisticated, can promise that. Let's say your company offers a dollar-for-dollar match up to 5% of your salary. If you earn $50,000 a year and contribute $2,500 to your 401k, your employer kicks in an additional $2,500. Instantly, your $2,500 becomes $5,000. That's a 100% gain before any market fluctuations. According to a 2022 study by Vanguard, the average company match is around 4% of an employee's salary. Now, let's address a common objection. I can't afford to contribute. Reframe that. You can't afford not to. It's like turning down a direct deposit of free money. Cut back on discretionary spending, automate your contributions, and make it a priority. The long-term benefits far outweigh the short-term sacrifices. Next up, the health savings account, or HSA. This is where things get really interesting. The HSA is essentially a triple tax-advantaged account. You contribute pre-tax dollars, the investment grows tax-free, and withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are also tax-free. It's one of the most powerful yet underutilized wealth building tools available. Many people mistakenly view HSAs as just a way to pay for current medical expenses. They use it like a flexible spending account, or FSA, spending down the balance each year. That's a critical error. The real power of the HSA lies in its ability to function as a long-term retirement asset. Consider this. If you're young and relatively healthy, you may not need to tap into your HSA for years, maybe even decades. Let's say you contribute the maximum allowed, which was $3,650 for an individual in 2022, and invest it every year in a broad market index fund. Over 30 years, with an average annual return of 7%, that account could grow to over $300,000, and every penny of that growth is tax-free. Now, some might worry about needing that money for medical expenses later in life. And that's a valid concern. Healthcare costs are a significant risk, especially in retirement. However, the tax advantages of the HSA are so significant that it's often worth taking that risk. Even if you do need to use the money for medical expenses, you're still coming out ahead because you're paying those expenses with tax-free dollars. And if you don't need the money for medical expenses, after age 65, you can withdraw it for any reason, paying ordinary income tax similar to a traditional 401k. The key is to start early, contribute consistently, and invest wisely. Treat your HSA as a long-term investment, not just a medical expense account. This small shift in perspective can have a massive impact on your long-term wealth. Next up, portable human capital. Think of education reimbursements and certifications as grants from your employer. They're investing in you. A 2023 study by the Society for Human Resource Management found that roughly 52% of companies offer some form of tuition assistance. These grants boost your skills and market value, even if you leave. For example, a company might pay for you to get a project management professional or PMP certification. The Project Management Institute estimates the average salary for project managers with a PMP certification is around $115,000. That's a significant boost to your earning power, and the certification stays with you. Actively seek these opportunities. Some might say the company benefits more. It's a win-win, but you own the enhanced skill set. You're building an asset that appreciates over time. Now let's talk strategic resource extraction. Ethically, of course. This means using company resources to build your personal skills and social capital. Can you use company software for personal projects to sharpen skills? Can you attend industry events for networking, building connections beyond your current job? What about time arbitrage? Small gaps in the workday for personal development. Be discreet, be ethical, understand the boundaries. According to a 2021 survey by Pew Research Center, about 31% of employed adults report using some of their work time to do things for themselves. This isn't about slacking off, it's about strategically using available resources to enhance your own capabilities, while still fulfilling your job responsibilities. Once you've maximized these internal resources, it's time to map out the long-term execution. Now, let's map out the wealth-building timeline using the shadow portfolio. Years 1 to 3. Liquidity is king. Maximize your 401k match and health savings account contributions. Treat these contributions as non-negotiable investments in your future. Keep your lifestyle flat to maximize savings. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Resist the urge to upgrade your car or apartment just because you got a raise. Focus on building a war chest of liquid capital for future opportunities. Track your expenses meticulously. According to a 2023 NerdWallet report, 84% of Americans with a budget still overspend. Don't just make a plan, execute it. Be the exception who actually sticks to the numbers. Knowing where your money goes is the first step to controlling it. Think of this early phase as accumulating raw materials. Years 5 to 7. Leverage credibility. Use the stability of a W-2 income to secure low-interest mortgages for rental properties. Real estate can be a powerful wealth-building tool, but it requires careful planning and execution. The key is to use other people's money, specifically the bank's money and your tenant's rent payments, To build equity, look for properties where the rental income covers the mortgage payments, property taxes, and insurance, with some cash flow to spare. This is known as the BRRRR strategy. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Conduct thorough due diligence. Don't rush into any deals. Understand the local real estate market. According to the National Association of Realtors, the median existing home sales price in November 2023 was $387,600. Factor in all costs, repairs, maintenance, and potential vacancies. Property management is critical. Either manage the properties yourself, which can be time-consuming, or hire a professional property manager. Year 10. Escape velocity. This is the point where your assets, 401k, health savings account, real estate, grow faster than your salary contributions. It's a shift from grinding for money to having money work for you. Compound interest is the engine that drives this growth. Albert Einstein reportedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. Understand how it works and harness its power. Let's illustrate with a simplified example. Say you have $100,000 invested across your 401k, health savings account, and rental properties. If these assets generate an average annual return of 8%, they'll produce $8,000 in income per year. If you reinvest that income, your assets will grow even faster. Over time, this exponential growth can lead to significant wealth accumulation. You're approaching what's known as financial independence, the point where you no longer need to rely on a salary to cover your expenses. The real payoff isn't just financial security, it's optionality. It's not about retiring at 30, it's about having the freedom to choose what you do. The job becomes a choice, not a necessity for survival. According to a 2023 study by the Pew Research Center, only 37% of Americans are very satisfied with their current job. Imagine increasing your satisfaction simply by knowing you could walk away. That knowledge changes everything. Stress diminishes. Confidence rises. You have greater control. Of course, the prospect can be daunting. Fear of leaving a stable job is real. Uncertainty about the future is natural, but consider this. You've built a safety net. You have capital, skills, and experience. You've de-risked the equation. Start viewing your 9-to-5 as a venture capital firm, not a soul-crushing obligation. Unlock the hidden potential of your shadow portfolio. Take control of your financial future. The greatest investment you can make is in yourself.